Hi, my name is Shane Howard, and I'm going to show you how to set up the MobileFirst Studio for Maximo Anywhere. We're first going to open up Eclipse Kepler. This is SR2, and we'll modify the heap size so we don't run out of memory. I should have probably opened this in Notepad++ or another app so you could see better, but we're going to update the maximum heap here from 512 to a gig, so 1024, and that should be good. We'll just save the file, and then we'll launch the Eclipse application. There'll be a few spots on here where we're waiting for a loading screen or installing, but I tried to do this as quick as possible without copying the workspace so we could get through the video and you could see how this is configured and then do it for your own system, how you'd like to have that set up. Alright, so we're going to create a workspace. I'm just going to call ours Maximo Anywhere 761, and we'll click OK. Alright, so Eclipse is open here. I'll close out the welcome screen and maximize this so we can see it a little bit better. And then we're going to install the MobileFirst Studio package here, which comes with Maximo Anywhere. Install new software under Help. And we're going to add the MobileFirst Studio zip. And this was under the MobileFirst 7.1 server part in your Maximo Anywhere entitlement. We'll just click MobileFirst Studio here, and we'll give it a name. Any name will work. And click OK. Alright, so I'm going to click on the top item here. It'll select all the other tools, and we'll just click Next. It'll show us what we're installing, and I'll accept the agreement and click Finish. Now it's going to install the MobileFirst Studio tools, which will give you the MobileFirst development server, which runs off a Liberty profile in Eclipse here. This might take a minute, and once it's done, it'll ask us to restart. Okay, so we'll click Yes here to restart the Eclipse application. Eclipse will close and relaunch, and we'll see our MobileFirst development server up in the top left hand side. Okay, we'll select the same workspace. Now if you created a new workspace, it wouldn't have the tools. You'd have to install them for that specific workspace. So we'll close out the welcome menu again. You can't see the bottom here, but it is building. Now we have our MobileFirst development server. So what we're going to do is we're going to import the Anywhere application into our project. So we'll go to Import, and we'll click on General and import into existing workspace, and then we'll just browse to our Maximo Anywhere folder. So we'll go to the C drive here, IBM, and Anywhere. Click OK, and then we're just going to select Maximo Anywhere there. We have the option to copy projects in the workspace, which is going to copy the Maximo folder over to your workspace. I'm going to skip that and click Finish, just because that can take some time, and I don't want this video to get too long. But ideally you'd want to copy that over. That way any changes you make in the development side don't go into your gold copy or your clean copy of the Anywhere folder. And then you can migrate your changes over to build from there, or you can build from Eclipse. So we'll let this update. Okay, and we can see our Maximo Anywhere project over in the left hand side there. I'll expand it. You can see our folder structure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the option to build automatically here, because what happens is every time you save the file it will rebuild the project, which can take some time. And what we're going to do here first is I'm just going to set the path to the Android Studio and the Ant views. So we'll go to Other, we'll define Ant. So the Ant view is required to run any of the scripts. such as the build XML, and you can see all the values of the build XML here. Your all deploy, all dist, gen, war, clean. Just clicking on these will kick off those scripts. Alright, and I'll pull over the config loader here, which is for the anywhere administration. And then last, I'll pull over the clone one first here. If you wanted to clone an app, we do have an ant script for that. And then we'll pull over the RDF here. Let me find it. Okay, there we go. Which will import your resources. Bring down all your shapes. So open up the build properties here and just click on the properties tab. You can see the file in Eclipse, our values, the host name for your adapter, which is Maximo, the workload server, the app center. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to expand apps. Actually, I'll go to the adapters first, and I'm going to right click on the OSLC generic adapter, and we're going to deploy this to our development server. So run as, deploy to MobileFirst. And this is going to start our server up, and then it will deploy the adapter. And after that, we can actually deploy the apps, and we should be able to connect directly to Maximo from the development console here. Now I did forget to, even after I set it, set the path for the Android Studio, so we'll do that after. And you'll probably see a warning here about it not being set. You still can preview as common without setting it. You just can't do the Android preview. Okay, so you can see there it's starting the server, building the adapter, and our adapter is deployed. So right now we could actually go to that server host and port and bring up the Worklight console. But first we're going to run work execution on the development server here, and I'll show you the error you'd get if you didn't define the Android settings. And this is just going to go through and it's going to build a work execution application. It will upload it to that development MobileFirst server. Give us the ability to log in, see the app, and run it and test any changes that you may have made. You can open the app XMLs, make screen modifications, do a lot of development work from the studio here. Alright, so you can see our error there about the Android Studio, the SDK version. Our app is built and we're deploying. Okay, so it's successfully built and deployed. I'm just going to go set the Android Studio here, which is under your MobileFirst options. Click on MobileFirst and then just go to your Studio path. Okay, and I'll build the work execution, or sorry, the work approval app next, just so you can see that error will be gone. And you can do this for all the applications. They will stay there, so if you restarted Eclipse and then just restarted your Liberty server in Eclipse, it would have these apps still. You wouldn't have to redeploy them if you were doing it this way. I'm just going to do the 2 here for time purposes. So once work approval is done, we'll show you the console and the apps. Alright, so you can see that second arrow about the studio path is gone, and we're deploying work approval. Okay. So I'm going to bring up a new incognito window here. We do that just there are some session issues when you're previewing through the browser with Chrome. And we're going to go to our development worklight console, which I've deployed in the studio here, and our password is just admin. And you can see both of our apps are there. The work execution, I'll just click preview here and you can see the app come up preview. If you're using an older version of Maximo anyway, you can see this just through the MobileFirst console, but you can't otherwise on MobileFirst 7.1. So you can see we downloaded system data, click now, and we have our records. So I'll close out of this and I'll show you another way you can preview the apps. So we'll right click on work execution again, and we'll go to run as, and we'll do the simulator. So we'll do preview, and this will preview our work execution app. So it's going to deploy it again. It'll prompt me what I want to open it in, so the browser prompt here. And you can see all the different device types and screen layouts come up here. You can remove them all, or you can go between them and log into each one of them, see how it looks on different devices. This first one's just a Kindle, but you could find your iPhone device. So I'll log in, and you can see it's downloading the data. Alright, I'm just click now for the lookup data, and we have our app. Everything's logged in. You can use this to test your screen changes and play around with the app, test the app if you don't have a device right away, see how it's going to work for you. One thing to note is that there is a limitation in the amount of data that's downloaded through the browser, so you won't have the full amount of data that you would have on the device, but you do have some. Here's the MobileFirst server. You can stop it, start it, restart it if you need to. It has all your applications deployed, the WAR, the console. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you.